Alright, welcome back guys. The first thing that I'm obviously going to do is add the text, and I have written the word dots, and the font that I've already chosen is this Libus Pro font. So let's just center align it. Once I have done that, let's go here on the left hand side and set the fill to none, and then to the appearance on the right hand side. And let's add this first color. I'll choose the eyedropper and give it this yellow color, followed by the second color, and I'll choose the red color. So I have these two colors ready with me. Once the two colors have been added, I'll choose this red color below, go into the FX, and then into distort and transform, and into transform, and I'll choose smaller values to start with on the horizontal and the vertical, and add multiple copies. Basically, I want to move the red layer below as a drop shadow towards the right, as you can see. Now I'll increase the value a little bit, and we have this nice red drop shadow to the yellow color. Then I'll add the third color. Once done, let's add one more fill. It's added on the top. I'll push it below, and to this I'll again select the eyedropper tool and give it this brown color. And to this brown color, I'm going to add an offset path. For that, I'll go into the FX again, and in the path I'll choose the offset path. I'll turn the joints to round and increase the offset to something around 30 or 40 pixels. Yep, this looks nice. I'll press OK. So the next thing I want to do is I want to add a stroke. I've added the stroke and it's above the brown color, so I'll push it down below here. First of all, I'll give a bit of a thickness to the stroke at around 3 or 4 points, 3 pixel or 4 pixels. Once I've done that, I'll go into the FX and add an offset path and match it with the value of the brown layer, which is 30 pixels with round joints, and press OK. And with that, you can see a nice thin layer is visible. I'll increase the pixels or the weight of the stroke a little bit more to around 10 points. So far it looks nice. Now I need to change its color. I'll select, double click on the purple color, go here in the color picker and look at the RGB value, and then come back in the appearance panel and apply the same RGB value to the stroke, which will turn it to this nice purple color outline. I will increase the stroke weight to around 15 points to give it a more prominent look. Once done, I'll just truncate these all fills by pressing here on the arrows. Then I'm going to add one more stroke right on top, just below the yellow layer. So I'll create the stroke. It has been added on the top. I'll push it below to the yellow color, and I'll reduce its value to make it a thin colored layer. Once that is done, I want to add one more fill now. In fact, I will add two more fills, but I'll just add one for now. It's added on the top. I'll push it to the lowest layer, and I want to give it this red color to it. So I'll select it, use the eyedropper tool and give it the red color. Once I've added the color, I'll go to FX and then offset path and set its value to 30 pixels with the round joints and press OK. Now I will add a transform as well to the same red layer. I'll go in the FX into the transform, and here I will increase the horizontal and the vertical value and give around 30-40 copies, and soon you would see the red layer with the extend would be visible. I'll press OK, and now you can see the red colored stroke has a smaller offset since the size of it is smaller. So I'll increase it and try and match it with the purple background. So I filled the 45 value. It's a little bit more than what I needed, so I'll go back in offset again and reduce it to around 38 pixels and press OK. So this is all eyeballing to make sure that it matches with the top layer. Now let's add the last color, but a little twist is going to happen when I will give it the purple color. I've picked the dropper tool, and the moment I press purple, instantly the purple stroke that I had applied outside the brown color disappeared. But the reason for that is when we choose the eyedropper tool to apply a color, it applies all the attributes of it to that particular text or style. So since this purple color that I had chosen did not have a stroke to it, it also removed the stroke that I had applied on all the other layers. But I decided to leave it as it is because without the purple layer with the red outline, it looked in fact better to me, so I let it be. So now I'll go into the FX and then to the offset path and also increase its value to 38 pixel and turn the joint round to match it with the red layer. And now I'm going to obviously add a transform to it. The transform has to be big enough that it extends beyond the 3D red drop shadow. As you can see, I've filled the bigger values so that the purple drop shadow extends even further back. Now I'll press OK, and then I will adjust the drop shadow of the red layer, that is just above, a little bit and make it a little bit smaller. With that, the basic work is complete. Now I want to add dots. For that, I'm going to add another fill and push it a little below, just above the yellow layer, and then choose these basic patterns of graphite dots. You can access these graphite dots by going into the swatches and then on the left corner downwards below where there is a icon of bookshelves, it's basically the library of pre-made gradients, and in that library you can choose the basic graphite dots. So I'm going to choose the one that I like, and once this is done, most of work is now complete. So this is the text that I wanted to build with these contrasting bright colors and a bit of these dots on the top to kind of add a color to it, to add a style and a texture to it. Now it's time to add a background. For that, I'll add the rectangle of 1920 by 1080 pixel. I'll center align it. Once that is done, I'll apply a gradient to it and use the same yellow color, and then simply eyeball a darker orange color and push the overall gradient to the left by making the orange color smaller and the yellow color more brighter. So the balance, I have tipped it to the left to make the orange color smaller. And with that, our work is pretty much complete. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for your time.